Is it better to buy or rent a house? For many people, making this decision is the first and most important step in finding the right home to fit their needs. In this video, we will be exploring several key factors in determining and lifestyle. Should I buy or rent a house? It is important to note that in any major transaction, research is key, because buying or renting a home is, in many cases, a long-term arrangement. It is important to bear in mind the pros and cons of each decision. Each choice comes with its own unique advantages and disadvantages. First, we will outline the potential benefits and pitfalls of buying a house. Pros and cons of buying a house. Buying a house also means owning a house. For the homeowner, living in a place that they own brings a sense of stability, belonging, and pride. The responsibility that comes with ownership can be rewarding and maybe a little scary. First, let's dive right into the pros of owning a home. Pro number 1, privacy. No one is authorized to enter or do work on your house without your express permission. Pro number 2, generally speaking, properties increase in value over time. Pro number 3, you have the freedom to renovate and modify your home as you please, keeping in mind the potential limitations of homeowners association rules. Pro number 4, interest paid on the mortgage is tax deductible. Pro number 5, paying on your mortgage can sometimes be less expensive than renting. Pro number 6, home equity increases as you make payments. Pro number 7, you have no restrictions on pet ownership. Pro number 8, once you pay off your house, it is yours to keep. Cons. Con number 1, moving to a new location can be difficult, expensive, and time-consuming. Con number 2, there will be extra costs for repairs, taxes, insurance, and things of that nature. Con number 3, in the first 10 years, most of the mortgage payment goes towards paying interest. Con number 4, most homeowners associations require a great deal of landscaping maintenance, which can be pricey. Pros and cons of renting a house. Next, we'll talk about the pros and cons of renting a house as opposed to buying. Renting a house has its advantages. For example, renting gives you the flexibility and the freedom to easily find another home if needed. How about we start with the pros of renting a house? Pro number 1, renting a home means being easily able to move to another location should the need arise. Pro number 2, it is the landlord's responsibility to maintain a rented home. Renting means never having to worry about a broken water heater or air conditioner draining your bank account. Pro number 3, when the housing market is bad, renters don't need to worry about making a bad investment. Pro number 4, each month's expenses are predictable, no surprise costs or fees. Con number 1, stability can sometimes be an issue. For example, your landlord may decide to increase your rent or even stop renting out the house entirely. Con number 2, equity cannot be built with rented properties. Money paid for rent only goes to rent and has no other benefits. Con number 3, there are no tax incentives for renting a house. Con number 4, renters are not allowed to make modifications or improvements to the house. Con number 5, many rental houses have a no pets policy or restrictions on the kind of pets you can own. Con number 6, you are bound by the rules and obligations in your lease agreement. If you are accused of breaking them, you might be sued or even evicted. Why buying a house is better for some. Houses can often be valuable assets. Owning your house allows for greater personal comfort and financial stability. Peter Vexelman, a real estate professional with Keller Williams Yates Estates in Georgia, said, "By purchasing a home, you'll have an asset that, in many cases, will appreciate over time." He also said that a $200,000 home today should see an increase in value to $250,000, $300,000, or more, depending on how long you plan to live there and market conditions. Generally, this makes buying a house in a good market a solid investment. Even in a bad housing market, owning a home you can afford will likely be worth the potential risk if you don't plan to sell it for the foreseeable future. While the responsibility of owning a house can be daunting, the potential benefits can and do outweigh them in many cases. It should be noted that buying a house requires a sizable amount of capital up front. Potential homeowners will also need to factor in the cost of repairs, maintenance, and homeowners insurance. Ideally, a 20% down payment is needed in order to avoid having to use private mortgage insurance as well. At bare minimum, potential homeowners should be able to provide a 10% down payment and be able to afford the cost of private mortgage insurance. For this reason, having a stable income is recommended. Why renting a house is better for some. According to CNBC.com, Buying a house is now cheaper than renting in only 35% of U.S. counties. In the current housing climate, it may be better to wait before buying a house, especially if you have bad credit, outstanding debts, or an income that's less than secure. For right now, it may be better to rent a house until you can purchase one at a more reasonable price. In addition, homes have recently become cheaper to rent because of the current increase in mortgage rates. According to Realtor.com, the monthly costs of buying and owning a home that you occupy are up 14% over the last year, more than 3 times the annual increase in rent rates nationally. Rents are up just 4%. So for now, in many parts of America, if you do not currently own a home, renting a house and reinvesting the savings may be better than buying one, as home prices have climbed close to what they were before the 2008 housing market crash. Hopefully, the information provided in this video will help you make an informed decision about whether to buy or rent your next house. Please, let us know what you decide in the comment section, as we would love to hear about your experience with buying or renting a home. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your friends and family. We'd love to hear their opinions too. Thank you for watching.